Hi friends, my name is Heather Gill and I'm a certified life coach, certified hypnotherapist, author, and self-proclaimed practical optimist. And today I'd like to start with a story from my book called Reflections on Life and Living. And if you like the stories, you can buy the book on Amazon or on my website, which is www.heathergilllifecoaching.com. So today I'd like to start with a story called Humble Pie. And it happened many years ago, but it still makes a big impact on me today. Well, one day I was having a really bad day at work. I couldn't do anything right for my boss, and she kind of had it in for me, and I'm not completely certain why. But she was the kind where if I stood up to go leave my desk to go somewhere else, before I even had a chance to do it, she'd say, "Excuse me, Mrs. Gill, please make sure to push in your chairs," that kind of thing. And that day she had really pushed me, and I don't remember what it was about, but I was really upset as I took the MAX train to where I was volunteering that evening. And the place is called the Portland Rescue Mission. And it's a shelter and a soup kitchen for homeless men, but women can go there too. And I'd been doing it for a while, and it consists of, wiping the tables down and putting bread on them and getting it, the whole eating area, cafeteria kind of thing, set up for the men that would be coming in to be served their food. So I'm trying not to cry, and I'm, wiping off the tables and trying not to think about my day at work anymore. And all of a sudden, I feel someone tug on my shirt sleeve, and I turned and I said, "Yes?" And this man was standing there, and he said, "Excuse me, miss, it looks like you've had a terrible day. And while I can't do much about that, I can pray for you. Would that be all right?" And I said, "Of course it would be all right. Thank you so much." And that one moment blew me away. The sheer kindness of what he did for me. He was going to pray for me. And to me, that was very, very humbling, because in comparison, I was a person who had everything. I had a roof over my head, food in my belly, I had snacks, I had stuff that, clutter. And my house was always in the same place every day when I came home. In contrast, he probably had a few meager belongings, a backpack, the clothes on his back, the few personal items that he brought with them. And I just kept thinking about the sheer kindness of this person, because in contrast to me, what a bad day could look like to him would be maybe he got beaten up just because he's homeless. He gets moved along all the time so that he's not usually in the same place at the same time, that he doesn't always have a bed to sleep in. And at this shelter, since it wasn't large enough to house every man that came in there, they had a lottery system, which meant that you could, if you were lucky enough to have your number called, you would have a place to sleep. If not, you had to be on your way after the meal. And for the homeless, a bad day could mean being raped, being beat up, being arrested, having everything you own taken from you. It could mean that you don't even have a tent over your head. And I was upset because some lady gave me a hard time for whatever reason. It made me feel very humble and very blessed because this man knew exactly what I needed. He held out the hand of kindness and compassion, and he prayed for me. And along with this theme, there's another, well, I think we've all heard the saying, do unto others as you would have done to you, or treat other people the way you would want to be treated. Well, throughout my life and my experience, I've found it's better to treat people the way they want to be treated. And there's no better example than some of the complaints or some of the stress or tension between men and women. Now, a lot of times when I come home from work, I want to talk about it. I want to tell my family about my day, especially my husband, and I want them to listen to me, and then I'm good. It's done. It's out. Everything's grand. My husband and my son, however, need time to decompress. They need their alone time where my husband plays with our dog and then goes up and plays a video game or what have you until supper's ready. And then he'll eat and he'll either tell me about his day or he won't. He tends to want to process things internally and deal with it himself. By contrast, I kind of want to go, bleh. And then I may not need to have it fixed, which is something that men do sometimes that make women crazy. They try and fix the problem for them when all the fixing we need is just an attentive ear or to feel paid attention to. So today's episode is going to be a little bit shorter than it usually is, and I'm about ready to end. But today, when you see your significant other, your partner, or your roommate, or really, any friend that you might have, think about how they would want to be treated, not how you would want to be treated. Because when you do that, it becomes about serving them, not feeding your ego or making yourself feel better for helping them. Because if you really want to help someone, I believe, you should treat them the way that they want to be treated. And not the way you want to be treated. Because in that moment, it's not about you. It's about the person that you're trying to lighten their spirits, make them feel cared for in a way that makes sense to them. And so, my friends, that's it for today. And I hope you have a wonderful week. As always, thank you for listening. And remember, shoulders and head high, and walk forward every day. And don't look back, because you know what? You're not going that way. You can't fix what happened yesterday, and nor can you conjure tomorrow right now, because all that we have is the here and now. Again, My name is Heather Gill. I'm a practical optimist, certified hypnotherapist, certified life coach, and author. I can help you with all sorts of things in exactly the way that you want to be helped. Everything from relationship issues to trauma to pain control and anxiety and depression. If you would like to, there's contact information right on my website. Again, that's www.heathergilllifecoaching.com. Thanks again. Be well.